Sarsour. She's great. We like to call her Linda Sarsourpuss here on the White House Brief, which I'm sure she loves and watches religiously. You probably know her as the angry little Muslim feminazi who organizes women's marches, despises the president, and says anti-Semitic stuff on TV all the time. Now her full-time job consists of vomiting verbal diarrhea on Twitter all day. Well, apparently Sar-sourpuss is not happy with Mr. Trump again. Womp womp. Someone might have their hijab on a little too tight again. Sourpuss is just one of the many examples of people who insist we pretend that reality is not reality, who insist that an apple is really a banana. And after Trump made the announcement that we will be moving the US Embassy in Israel back to Jerusalem, she furiously took to Twitter and tweeted, "Jerusalem is not the capital of Israel. No matter how many times Trump says it is, he doesn't speak for me." Well, technically, he does speak for you, Sourpuss, as our nation's chief diplomat. And if you're an American citizen, which unfortunately you are, because I checked, the president does speak for you abroad because he's the president. When it comes to dealing with other nations, he literally speaks for you as an American citizen. You, on the other hand, don't really have any say in the matter. You are not the president. You don't even hold public office, so your ignorant tweets on the issue have no ability to affect U.S. foreign policy in Israel. But also, my dear, you're just flat out wrong. Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. There is a well-established, indisputable historical fact dating over 3,000 years. You just can't handle the fact that the president confirmed a fact yesterday because it didn't conform with your opinion on the matter. As Ben Shapiro always says, facts don't care about your feelings. Now, if you don't remember who this gem of a person is, here's a reminder.
When we stand up to those who oppress our communities, that Allah accepts from us that as a form of jihad, that we are struggling against tyrants and rulers, not only abroad in the Middle East or in the other side of the world, but here in these United States of America, where you have fascists and white supremacists and Islamophobes reigning in the White House.
Yep, you know, just like all good Muslims, she wants to plan jihad against Trump for her dear Allah. That was at a convention for the Hamas-linked group ISNA. I mean, this is a really dangerous woman. And what makes her even more dangerous is that she is not treated as the agent of terror that she is. Instead, she's an icon on the left. The left rushed to her defense when she called for jihad against the president and said, oh no, she doesn't mean like, you know, a real jihad. She means the good kind of jihad. Okay, whatever that means. Now, Sourpuss is good pals with this woman. I mean, who's the lucky man who gets to wake up next to this every morning, am I right? This is Rasmia Youssef Odeh, fellow Women's March organizer and casual convicted terrorist who likes to kill Jews and bomb buildings on her free time. What, I mean, your friends don't like to do that? Both these women claim to be for women's rights despite coming from a religion that forbids them from showing their face in public without being wrapped in a head wrap. And if they take it off, they will be cast into the fire and burn in hell for all eternity. That's according to the Quran, the official book of the religion of peace. Does Rasmia know that? Because she doesn't appear to be wearing one of those head things here. So I hope she knows that she is going to be cast into the flames for violating the word of Allah. Linda knows the hijab is how you show you're a real Muslim.
When I wasn't wearing hijab, I was just some ordinary white girl from New York City. Wearing hijab made you know that I was Muslim.
So Linda's tweet we showed you earlier is a shining example of how the left is just completely losing it. Why don't I let our UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, explain it to her like a kindergartner?
Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. No one doubts that. Their parliament's there, their Supreme Court's there, their prime minister is there. And the United States has always put embassies in the capital. And so if you look at that, this is just common sense. This is just reality.
But for the left today, reality doesn't mean anything, and facts don't mean anything. But unfortunately, in the real world, on the world stage, they do. And regardless of how you feel about it, Sourpuss, Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. Congress unanimously voted that we should move the embassy there because of the fact that it is the capital of Israel, and that's just reality. How you feel about it, Linda, doesn't really matter a whit. Sorry.